You asked for it.
I must protect.
Warrior's definitely not the best class right now. Shaman probably is. I use HD800 Sennheiser headphones. Concept of breakpoint, it's just if you can kill something or not, probably. Oh, that's not probably, it is what it is. So say a Living Roots versus a Mana Worm compared to Wrath. Yeah, it's very simple. I hit the breakpoint to kill it. Whereas if that was Living Roots, I wouldn't have hit the breakpoint to kill it.
Let's make magic.
For the wild.
We hunger for vengeance.
Behold the rage of the fire.
I do feel like let's see, it's kind of very similar to Maladroid. It's more of a ramp druid though. But Maladroid's also an archetype of ramp druid as well, so they're both ramp druids. I'm just ramping at different stuff. Okay, so let's take Innervate here, because I don't think the other two cards are that great, even though they could be kind of comboing with Faceless Shambler. I feel like if I get to that situation, I'll be in good shape anyways. Right now I need cards to catch up on tempo. I would have definitely taken some of the cards. Like, a lot of the spells are very good against Tempo Mage, so most removal spells I would have taken over Innervate. But nothing like Power of the Wild or, you know, Mark of Nature or whatever. Especially with the Nourish in my hand, the Innervate allows me to Nourish for cards and still play stuff that turn. Pretty lucky for me.
Amazing.
Probably has to burn his coin now, I think. Because leaving up Emperor one more turn, even though it's frozen since it's the Emperor, I do get that discount again. Technically, I'd Mire Keeper, Innervate, Arcane Giant, and that would generate a lot of power on board to soak Flamewaker missiles up. This means I'm not removing it though. Swipe allows me to remove it. I don't even know if it's that much better to go for, because I simply can't do anything with the swipe. And cards like Feral Rage, I feel like I wouldn't... At this point, I wouldn't even want to Feral Rage off my Flamewaker. Maybe I would rather try to heal with Feral Rage for 8. So it's really the only card is like Swipe I was looking for to kill it. So if I don't get Swipe, it's also weird. And if I do get Swipe, I don't think I can play with anything. Nourish costs 4, Swipe costs 4. Okay. This is still okay against Flame Strike. Against Firelands Pearl, this is at 5 now, but if I trade both of these in, this will be at 3-1, 8-8 here. I feel like because most Firelands Pearl would be able to trade for Arcane Giant anyways, since most of the... Like, say I have an 8-8 just Firelands Pearl to 8-8, and now I have an 8-3 against the 5-5. You know, I think I kind of have to trade there anyways.
Tonight, a tale of long lost worlds.
And because I have some more minions left over, like say Fran's Pro 85, I can still trade with those two sometimes.
Let's make magic.
But if I trade both of them in, that wouldn't necessarily be true. I might just want to cycle. In fact, I 100% want to cycle here. Eight plus 8 is 16 plus 5, 21. So no lethal here.
Well played.
Oh, that was close.
You win this.
Maybe I should have actually a couple of different things. Like summon the roots as 1/1s, play on Ragnar's, especially after seeing Barnes, maybe I can make that read. Or if I can, maybe, that would involve not swiping, I think, but so weird.
For Doomhammer, I must protect the wild.
Eloise was just that sweet to stream. I don't know. I'm a religion now, apparently. Kind of actually a weird turn. I was thinking I should save Living Roots, because if he plays a 1/3, it's hard for me to wall growth. I can still do it, I'm just not sure. Let's see what I draw. I think it would be too expensive to not wall growth here, even though I might not have anything to do next turn. I feel like I can kind of make a read that there might not be Maelstrom Pearl here, because he can coin out Maelstrom Pearl instead of Teltrog. As far as Spirit Calls go, I think I could kind of get a read that it would not be Spirit Calls either.
For the wild.
I actually don't feel that comfortable ramping with this Nourish and just only hitting these two minions. Might be better to do something else, but... if I'm going to be able to hero power this, very likely going to have to still ramp. Just because I can still kill this. Oh, this is weird, because now Mana Tide is sticking around. And if I just drop minion into minion into minion against Mana Tide, it's okay if he has Hex. Then he kind of keeps pulling head, draws more Hexes and other stuff to do. Yeah, I'm actually going to go for the card draw here.
Job done.
Try to get a more flowing turn instead of just one minion at a time. Greco _0. Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the StrifeCro. Here's a Crowfist. More consistent than Shambler Druid. I just started testing this deck. It's hard to answer all these questions about how powerful or consistent it is. Actually, okay, I'm doing this as weird as this looks, because I counted. I can play Feral Rage, Wrath, and Swipe in the same turn on turn 7. So I can Feral Rage to 5/5, swipe something up. I feel like I should get a really good turn next turn with this play. Still undecided how, but at the very least I can play all 3 of my removal spells.
I wonder.
Taunt Totem very likely means that I need to Feral Rage the thing from below, since I can't Feral Rage this after the Taunt Totem will protect it. So let's do this. I feel like this is actually a concept that I haven't been playing around too much that's good in this deck, is the fact that I feel like just overall I've been nourishing too much for mana on turn 5. Maybe if you have like Innervate nourish for mana or something, or like Coin nourish for mana, but if you nourish for mana, nourishing for cards is really good with Azure Drake because you get to play more stuff and you kind of make up that mana anyways by drawing not Azure Drake, Arcane Giants. Like you play more spells and you draw into more Arcane Giants, which are free at some point later in the game.
Tonight, a tale.
I like how this turned out with the play I did to just draw on turn 5 instead of ramp. I think maybe last week I would have ramped. I haven't been out any hexes is the bad thing yet. This is also my last swipe, but I might as well use it now before the game snowballs too out of control. Ancient Wars already have taunts, and this is my first big minion, so it's likely getting hexed. So yeah, I definitely don't like Mark of Wild here, just to try to taunt this guy, because it doesn't really matter for Ancient Wars. And Arcane Giant's not minion this turn, and it wouldn't make sense for that minion either, since no hexes have been played yet.
I wonder.
I might want to cycle this Wrath or kill something like Flame Tongue in between. I don't think this 2-2 matters, 2-3 matters that much. Especially since I'm going to play both of these minions here. A little bit weak to AoE, but since most... not going to worry about AoE too much since I have 10 and 6 health minions. Even though it's still going to be a thing, it's just... I should still have enough stuff left over. Like, I do think I'm getting AoE'd, but I don't think it'll be the end of my board. I really need to cycle this Wrath. I think this deck is pretty fun as far as how appealing it is. Not really too cookie cutter. Like a Ramp Druid with Faceless Shambler. I'm still gonna cycle here. Before the mulch.
For the wilds.
Didn't really get something I can play, but at least I got the mana out of the way for the wall growth.
I must protect the wild.
I did miss out on some hero powers last turn, like I think one hero power, but I wouldn't have been able to develop my Mire Keeper to try to make my clock on him a little bit. Also having a 3-3 and a 2-2, if he plays the minion, the 2-2 can trade into the minion before the 3-3 trades. before the 3/3 activates the explosive trap, so... Towards the end of last season, one of the druids actually, against me, played Mirekeeper as a 3/3 and 2/2 in this matchup against Control Warrior. And I think I helped him a lot because, yeah, I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. This is a matchup where, I mean, it depends what you have, but since my hand, I have stuff to do, I don't need the mana right away. It's a slow matchup, I want the maximum amount of value here. I can get in more minions just to bait out some more removal. I actually didn't have the Fire Axe when I played against him, so it's extra hard, but I think even with the Fire Axe, it's like, all these things are still charges, like still resources that they have to... that they have to use, so we're trying to like outvalue the Control Warrior. I assume it's Control Warrior, but see this minion stacking through now. He's already done 6 damage, I think. Very likely Raven Idol for minion, although I could also say it for Fandral in this matchup. Roots could be really good with Raven Idol if I Raven Idol for spells to get something like Soul Force. I think I might just Roots here. It's kind of weak though to Ravaging Ghoul, and then I don't have an answer to Ghoul. Actually, I'm going to save it here. That means I should probably just Raven Idol for the minion. Yeah, I have an Arcane Giant too.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
The land serves me. For the wild.
I was thinking if I should Feral Rage here, so I don't really care about the healing of it that much. Feral Rage does more damage. I'm burning more damage into Justicar. The reason to keep Living Roots is to make him scared of Malygos Living Roots more, but I don't think that's enough. Like, I don't know how much it affects his play, if anything. Oh, but this is definitely Control, right? He's already played Justicar. It's not a Tempo Dragon deck. So the best thing for us to do is to remove this with a spell and not commit. Unfortunately, that's not something we can do. So gonna have to do a move that's maybe something like trade into it. I like this. This is a very, very grindy matchup. So I'll take the grindiest line I can think of here. Which is to conserve my board as much as possible. Because he has to use removal on this stuff. If I could do a more aggressive line, which is something like Emperor, then Hero Power down to 5 health Twilight Guardian, trade 2 minions in instead of 1, but this way I only trade 1 minion. Conserve my minions better. He wants to take the minion trades, I want to take the spell removal on minions. Ham289, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the Strife crew. Here's a Crowfist. Both might not be the best minion to develop. It doesn't do that much damage, and it's kind of weak to Brawl. Ever planning co-op arena run in the near future again? If I can get someone to do it with me, maybe. Haven't really been at executes or shield slams. I'm thinking I like Emperor Ancient War, but Emperor is just more weak to Rag, even though it's probably better than Ancient War to play a weaker minion for execute first. It's a hard call. I guess I'm playing Emperor. Still not going to Living Roots here, play on Ragnaros. Like, I need to cycle my stuff soon. Because he's getting into high mana turns. Stuff like Ysera and Nixia. big dragons, I need to actually get some spells.
For the wild. Time waits for no one. Time waits for no one.
I think it might be better to play a little bit more mana efficient, even though Arcane Giant is probably a stronger minion here. I was actually thinking of even 10-5ing this, but I think against Shield Slam, it'd be weaker. Okay, got our mulch, that's really important here. One of the cards we were really looking for. Gonna check for the brawl. I think it's too weak to just have 5-5 and 1-1. Preferably we wouldn't have this Living Roots, but I needed it to Sylvanas this. Still gonna save Ravenel here. Fandrel's coming up very soon. Only have 8 cards left in my deck. So at this point I think, because I have other minions to play, don't need to Ravenel for another minion. Gonna be saving that for Fandrel. He never has to worry about fatigue in this matchup. I'll fatigue before him by a long shot. Oh, that's his second brawl. I just realized. That definitely changes. I was gonna still play slow, but no, that doesn't make sense anymore. I feel like if he Deathwings, he loses. He could have Deathwing his dragon, but I can just mulch and then I should be able to kill him based on tempo from there. Like mulching or both, just spam minions from there. He'll lose so many cards from Deathwing. Copy rag. This doesn't actually copy. It only copies this health and the attack. So it wouldn't copy rag special ability. It's not a faceless manipulator. I don't know, look Sam, no. Feel like I've never met him, but maybe. I don't even think that it makes sense to play around Second Revenge at this point. It's just not that impactful. This is damage. Damage is good. This is also good against Twilight Guardian, but he's already played one. Young Savitz will take it all. Amnesia. I haven't made my next prediction yet. Actually, I want to look at all the people's lefts, like their classes and stuff. That might be better. I just picked Ice based on my favorite player.